Martin, welcome to FundForum Middle East. Thank you very much for joining us. So, look, why don't we start by, why don't you tell us what Donald said to you when you spoke to him last week?
Yeah, I mean, he was obviously still elated from winning the election, and he did say that, I asked him whether he expected to win, because when I met him in June, I'm not convinced he thought he was going to win then. He said with about 2 weeks to go, I thought I could win. I started to get 25,000 at each of my rallies,
Sure.
and he said I stepped it up to 6 a day from 3. So no, he was clearly elated, I would say.
You think he could believe it?
Yeah, I'm sure he could believe it. I'm not sure when he started out that this was his. I don't think he probably thought when he started against 15 other candidates for the primaries that he would actually make it to this. But I suspect the nearer he got to it, the more he wanted to win, because this is an incredible achievement. The first non-military, non-politician ever to be president. First one to win Pennsylvania since 1988. So no, I think he's done pretty well.
Good. And you know, matters close to home. So look, it's great you're here. You personally, but Aberdeen too now. And you know, just maybe a couple of points around your choice of opening here in the GCC. Not really necessarily Abu Dhabi, but what the opportunities you see for the GCC.
Well, I think look, it's a very wealthy region. I think with the benefit of hindsight, we should maybe have been here sooner. Except we might have been, if we'd come in when the oil price was 120 as opposed to 50 odd today, we might be closing our office rather than opening it. So I think it's an area that I think there's enormous wealth, and really we've got to service our clients better, and part of that is opening the office here. We think it's well regulated. We think Abu Dhabi reminds me of Singapore, actually, when we first opened there in 1992, one of the first fund managers there. So let's hope we can emulate even half the success we've had in Singapore.
Sure. And just finally, you touched on regulation. So the FCA issued a report on Friday, talking about fees again.
Yeah.
What's your view around that? Do you think it has a large impact?
I think it's a very good report, and we publicly welcome it. And there are bits of it I really do like, which is more transparency. And I think the sooner we get to a single fee, the better, an all-inclusive fee. Yeah. And that would give us, the asset managers, an incentive to work on the other costs of running a fund. Not that we don't already, but the transparency, I think, would definitely help, because it is difficult to know what your total costs are going to be under the present system. So that's a bit of it I take the most comfort from.
Oh, excellent. Well, Martin, thank you very much from FundForum 2016.
Always a pleasure to be here.
Thank you.